What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the brand new Kith and Nonnative Ultra Boost Mid. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. Make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at RealSethFowler if you haven't yet, but with all that being said, let's get into it. Last year, Kith released arguably one of the best Ultra Boost collaborations of all time, and that of course was the Kith Ultra Boost Mid. Not only was the colorway of the sneaker different and interesting, but it was also the first time that there had ever been an Ultra Boost Mid. Kith has collaborated with both Nike and Adidas on a bunch of different models, but I still gotta say, I think the Ultra Boost Mid is my favorite. But as with most coveted releases, this shoe was very, very limited and very difficult to get your hands on. This year, Kith and Adidas are back at it again on the Ultra Boost Mid. This time they've joined forces with sneaker store Nonnative. And before I even show you guys the shoe, I've gotta say, they killed it. So without further ado, here it is, the Kith Nonnative Ultra Boost Mid. Right off the bat, there's already a lot of similarities between this year's Ultra Boost Mid and last year's. The first is this fuse overlay that runs all the way from the toe of the shoe up to the side panel of the shoe and then creates the Adidas 3 stripes. They implemented the fuse overlay in the exact same way on last year's model, except this time around it's in matte black. The overlay adds a little bit of structure around the toe box of the shoe and gives you a little bit more durability. And honestly, it also looks pretty nice. The most eye-catching and most interesting part of the shoe is of course this patchwork upper. Throughout the upper, there's a lot of different 3M patterns that create sort of a patchwork look, and I really love that design detail on the shoe. If you've ever seen the 3M Ultra Boost before, the 3M material is implemented in a very similar way. It's stitched in these little triangular shapes, and when stitched close together, it gives it a very solid look from a distance. And then on other portions of the shoe, you've got this striped pattern, and there are also widespread portions that kind of look like speckles or like an Oreo pattern. One really cool thing about the upper is that the pattern on the left shoe and the right shoe isn't exactly the same. I think the way they created that random patchwork look is a really dope effect, and it really makes a sneaker. The feel of the Primeknit is the same as last year's Ultra Boost Mid, however it's a little bit thicker than the Ultra Boost 3.0. It does feel a little bit warmer, and I definitely wear this over a regular Ultra Boost in colder temperatures. Continuing up the shoe, you have more fuse overlay around the eyelets for durability. You've got black rope laces with 3M detailing. If you don't like these laces, they also come with a pair of regular black laces with no 3M if you want to simplify the look. At the end of the laces, you have these silver colored plastic lace tips. Around the ankle of the shoe, you have this very thick sock-like black ankle collar. It's pretty flexible, but it's a lot thicker than what you find on your regular NMDs. Because of the ankle collar, it can be a challenge to get your foot into the shoe, but when you actually get your foot in there, it wraps around your ankle really nicely and honestly keeps it nice and warm. At the front of the ankle collar on each shoe, you have this black consortium tag. On the left shoe, it's got Nonnative's logo, and then on the right shoe, it's got Ronnie Fieg's logo. Inside the shoe, there's a decent amount of padding around the heel, which does provide some nice lockdown and also some comfort. From the midfoot to the toe, it's pretty much just Primeknit against your foot, which does allow for some breathability, but again, it is thicker than regular Ultra Boost Primeknit. Inside the shoe, there's a dark gray insole with black text that says Kith and Nonnative. Of course, you've also got a little hit of 3M with Adidas' logo on the heel. As for fit, I went true to size on this pair and it seems to fit me just fine. However, the fit is pretty much exactly the same as all the other Ultra Boost Mids, which is a little bit tight. And last year I actually went up half a size, which honestly doesn't feel too different, but it does give you a little bit more room around your toes. But in my opinion, you should be fine going true to size or maybe half a size up if you really want to. Moving around to the back of the shoe, you've got your matte black heel cups, which are exactly the same as your regular Ultra Boost heel cups. The Ultra Boost text is raised and painted in gloss, so there is some contrast between that and the heel cup. Finally, rounding out the upper of the shoe, you've got a black pull tab with Adidas' 3 stripes. Moving down the shoe, you get to your standard Ultra Boost midsole. This time around, they painted it in black. For me, I've never really been a huge fan of painted Boost midsoles, although I think this black midsole looks really great and complements the upper really well. I'm always worried that over time the paint might crack or that I'll scratch it on something and you'll see through to the white Boost, which would kind of ruin the effect. But I mean, worst comes to worst, I could just paint it black again. It's not a huge deal. But I've got to say, the black Boost midsole paired with this black and white upper looks incredible. Finally, moving to the bottom of the shoe, you've got the biggest difference between this year's Ultra Boost Mid and last year's, and that of course is the ATR outsole. Unlike the regular Ultra Boost outsole that's kind of these circular nubs, this one's actually more squares or plus signs that actually dig into the ground a little bit better. This outsole is supposed to provide a little bit more traction, which honestly I haven't noticed too much, but I guess when it comes to like ice and snow, it's better than regular Ultra Boost. Just like most Ultra Boost outsoles, this is Continental rubber, which is more durable than regular rubber, but not anything crazy. And of course, because the Boost midsole is painted, you can see right through the webbing to the white Boost. Overall, I think Kith, Nonnative, and Adidas all knocked this collaboration out of the park. It's one of the best releases of the year by far. It's a really clean silhouette and is great for colder months, especially with that new ATR outsole. And this colorway is fire. I think that pattern is one of the best patterns on an Ultra Boost in a long time. These shoes released on Black Friday for $240 exclusively at Kith. There may be restocks and they may also release on Nonnative's website, but I'm not sure. The good news is if you want a pair, although you have to pay resale, it's nothing compared to what it was last year. Now that we've got the review out of the way, let's throw these guys on feet and see how they look. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know what you think of the Kith and Nonnative Ultra Boost Mid and whether you're planning to grab a pair for yourself. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to me, Seth Fowler, if you want to see more content just like this, and follow me in all other forms of social media. The links will be in the description below.